guys, this is Rose from Couture Cakes by Rose. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made the ruffles that was on my purple and butterfly cake. They're not actually very much different from my usual ruffle frilling. The only difference is with this one, I used untreated fondant. There's no added colors to it, and I used fondant that's really soft. So that's what we're gonna show you guys today. To make these ruffles, we're gonna have to roll out our soft fondant to about 3mm thickness. And then in this case, I used the 98mm in diameter frilled round cutter. Now this is a double-sided one, so you can use the other side for something that's just plain round. And I just kind of rotate it side to side. And this is really soft. If you guys notice, if I see how easily that's marking when I push that with my finger. Now we're gonna take our bulbous tool and we're just gonna frill this like I usually do with my ruffles. And see those little indentations right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this right there in the middle, and we're gonna roll it side to side just like so. But then instead of just doing it right here, we're gonna do it all the way to about right there, about 1.5 centimeter higher. There you go. And then I'm gonna lift it up so it doesn't stick, and then do the other side, and then move on to my next one, and then do this side, and then now the thicker you roll your fondant out, you'll get more ruffling, just because you have more fondant to thin out and ruffle. And since you're using really soft fondant, your fondant disc is gonna get a little wonky. That's okay, don't worry about it. Remember, it's frilled and they're not supposed to look identical and all perfect. And since I want length and more movement, and this is why I'm frilling it longer, and I'm using a softer fondant. Now, I'm almost done frilling this all the way around, but I want to show you guys the difference on what the length of the ruffles that I'm talking about. So this one is about 1.5 centimeter long. And let me show you when it's a little bit shorter. See the difference? There you go. That's what I mean with the length of the ruffles. So anyway, now we're gonna just pretend that we've frilled it all the way around. And we're gonna use a 48mm in the diameter plain round cutter to cut the middle portion off. And we're just gonna cut this off and that one off. And then once you straighten it out just like that, you'll have more frilling. There you go. And that's the only different thing that I did with this particular cake. I just frilled it longer instead of a shorter one. And then you can just attach that to cake. Now let me tell you that this particular longer ruffling, this will actually look better and work better on a cake that's taller. So I would prefer to put this on a cake that's about 5 inches taller, about 5 to 6 inches taller. It will look so much better than one that's about just 4 inches, because then you won't have that extra height to work. Another thing that you guys was asking me regarding that purple and butterfly cake is this, where I got my butterfly mold. This is the mold that I use. Again, I made this, and it will be available to buy from my Etsy shop too. One more thing, you guys have always wondered why is it that in all my video tutorials I don't use powdered sugar or cornstarch to dust my work surface. That's because before I even start working, I usually wipe this surface, this mat, with some Crisco, and then I wipe the excess off. Now, this set of cutters, I got this from Amazon. They are double-sided, and it starts at 98, 88, 78, 68, 58, 48, and 38 millimeter. So they're really handy. Now, one more thing. This one, you guys were wondering about the cake stand that I use in my purple and butterfly cake. This is actually the one that I used, and what I did was I just turned it around, just like so. This is a paper box that I got from Michael's. They're currently on sale, 40% off, I think, until tomorrow, the 9th of March 2013. So they're hollow inside, so make sure that if you're gonna use this as a pseudo cake stand, that you're only using it for a small cake. Don't use it for 3-4 tier cake that's like 10, 12 inches because it's gonna collapse. I only use it for one that's 5 by 5 and 4 by 4, so they're not too heavy. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and I will see you guys again later. Bye bye.